Hey, what's up? It's Fuel Your Life Friday. Let's go. Hey, what it do? Happy Friday. Remember a few weeks ago in a Fuel Your Life Friday episode when I said not to go broke buying for someone you love? Well, that wasn't me telling you not to express your love through gifts. It was me telling you that you don't need to go into debt over the holidays. Now, recently, I started a cash envelope system in my house specifically for extras. Essentially, I have 4 envelopes at all times. Once one goal is met, I rotate them up and then begin working on something new. So this money, this cash I'm adding to these envelopes, they're all from doing extra hustle work. Now, I introduced this system to a few of my friends who are now picking it up. It's not perfect, it's not flawless, I'm still changing it as I go, but it has definitely helped me visualize my goals and save accordingly. But let me tell you, I am all about the holiday hustle. In fact, the holiday hustle is how I have funded those envelopes. So I thought this week I would share some ways on how you can make some extra money this weekend, okay? Number 1, I think is the easiest thing to do, and that is to consign or sell your clothes. Now, I'm not saying you're going to make a fortune doing this unless you are swimming in designer clothes, but taking clothes to consignment shops or even places such as Plato's Closet, that can really just stack up the cash. My youngest daughter is extremely particular about her clothes. So instead of saving all of my oldest daughter's hand-me-downs, I now ask my youngest if she likes the item or if she doesn't. If she does, I'll hold on to it. It goes into a bin. And if she doesn't, I add it to a sell pile. Now, my sell pile almost always includes all of my youngest daughter's clothes in it. With 2 growing kids, I can pile it up pretty fast. I then take these clothes to a retailer that's owned by Plato's Closet, but it's for kids. It's called Once Upon a Child. And I will say it's a hit or miss of what they take. They're a little particular, but I have walked out of that store with $40, $50 in my pocket before. I mean, sometimes it's 20, but to me, money is money and it all spends the same way. But if you don't have kids, try out Plato's Closet. There's a few others like that. Just do a Google search and find what's near you. It's a fast and easy way to make a couple extra dollar bills this weekend. The next is to try out Uber or Lyft. My uncle lives in New Orleans and he Ubered for quite some time. He told me he would rack in an extra $1,000 to $1,500 on weekends. Now, just a couple weeks ago when I was in Pittsburgh, my Uber driver told me she averages about $800 a weekend. Now, if hauling people in your car isn't your jam, think about something like driving for Postmates, Uber Eats, or similar. Next up is Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace has made my family a good chunk of change. Declutter your space. Let go of those items that you're no longer using and place them on Facebook Marketplace. In the past 8 weeks, I would say we've cashed in over $500, probably even more, and just letting go of some things that we no longer need. Next is Instacart. While this is not something that I've personally done, a woman local to me does this 3 times a week, and she averages it's about $500 a week. Essentially, with Instacart, you go grocery shopping for someone else. You are their personal shopper. They submit an order online, they pick their desired grocery store and all of their items, and you, as the shopper, go shopping for them, then deliver it to their home. It's not a bad gig to bring in some extra cash, I would say. And the last one, if you are a service-based entrepreneur, think about creating a mini course or an ebook. If you already have those items, run a 1-day sale to generate some extra funds. If you're a product-based entrepreneur and you're sitting on an idea of something that you want to create or have plans to create, go ahead and launch it. Make it available for pre-orders. I did this with my book. It actually funded my book plus gave me extra money while I was still writing the book. The product doesn't have to be finished or even available for you to start making money on it. So while I'm not encouraging you to go into debt over the holidays, I am encouraging you to pick up the holiday hustle. Get creative and be fiscally responsible with the money that does come flowing in. Have a plan for it. Get detailed as down to the wire as you can, okay? And remember that our thoughts, our words, and our emotions are all energy. So it goes without saying that our money is made of energy too. Fuel your money and treat it nicely. Don't say negative things like I'm poor or I'm broke, even if that's how you would describe your current finances. Instead, switch it to saying things like, I am grateful for the abundance and prosperity in my life. Or, there is no limit to the amount of money I am capable of earning. Use your words and thoughts in a positive way. Change your money mindset. Now, if you need extra help on clearing blocks and getting your money mindset right, I encourage you to go back and listen to the following episodes that we've already had on the podcast revolving around money. The first one is Permission to Prosper with Agnes Kowalski. She is a deep money mindset expert. Literally, money mindset is what she does. The next is Financially Free with Kamiko Love. Whoa, you guys, since we've had Kamiko on, this homegirl has crushed it. She is now paying for her house. I think she has $400,000 in cash for her house payment. When we talked to her in May, I think it was, she had just paid off debt and was beginning to save for her house. So in a couple of months, she has really, really hit it hard. The next is How to Master Your Money and Tackle Your Debt with Whitney Hansen. Love Whitney and the Money Nerds podcast. You have to go check that out. Whitney gives you some really actionable steps that you can do to just start chipping away at that debt. I'd love to see how you are hustling this holiday season. Share it with me on social media. I am everywhere at MindBizLife. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and be sure to rate the podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever it is that you tune in and turn it up. That's all for today. I'll see you back here next week. And until then, remember, every level of life is an opportunity to grow. Be well, my friend.